Hi, welcome back to Comic Book Gallery. I'm your host, Joaquin. You know what day it is. It's New Comic Book Day. How we doing? I'm really busy this week. Got back from Vegas, got into my storage, been organizing books. Going to start a new series for Fridays, which will involve talking about my goals and how I'm achieving them and an update. My goal is to open up my own little comic book store slash art gallery. So I'll have more detail on that on Friday. And on Sketchbook Thursday, I will be focusing, or I'll be showcasing a picture or a painting I was talking about based off of a pastels on colored paper. But I want to go over that on Thursdays. Today is New Comic Book Day, and let me show you what I picked up first. So this is the first book that I've read today so far, and I read another one, and that was it. I haven't read the other ones yet. As you can see here, I have a lot of work I'm doing, people. A lot of work, looking stuff up. Got to go through stacks. Got my Dr. Pepper. Woo! Uh-oh. Showed you a preview of the book that I'm going to show you later. All right. Come on, camera. Stay still. So we have here Teen Titan number 25. This is by, hold on, Alex Gardner variant. And I read this, and this was a great read. I'm really liking the character Crush. This is probably one of my favorite characters in the DC universe. I like the way that they're fleshing her out. This cover is great. You learn about the history she has with these chains. If you're not reading Teen Titans, and you're a DC fan, I don't know what's going on, because this is, like I said, is a great read. And I like the way that this team is meshing together. So next up, now I'm mostly collecting these for the variants. Like, the story's okay, it's nothing to brag about, but it's an Art Germ cover. And so it's Catwoman number 6. I didn't notice at first, when I first saw this cover, I was like, oh, that's cool. Catwoman wears a Santa hat, got a little cat, stealing presents, right? Maybe she's stealing them while Santa Claus is down the chimney. No. I mean, she looks like she knocked Santa Claus out. Poor Santa. So, I've just been collecting these books just for the variant covers. Like I said, the story's okay. Nothing to tell you to go out and read unless you're a Catwoman fan. So next up is Justice League 14. Can't wait to read this book. This art is by, I'm going to mess up his name, but it's Sejic, and I think it's Stefan. I think the J is silent. But either way, I did like this cover, because, different art style. The only problem that I had with it for a moment, if we can get this in here, you see Superman's eyes? Like, why are they looking up like that? It's almost like he's in a mid rolling his eyes or something. Everybody else's looks cool. Like, I'm digging this art style, what he did here. But not what he did with Superman's eyes. Superman's eyes, if anything, should have been looking straight forward at us. Kind of like what they did with Wonder Woman. But Justice League 14, I haven't been reading that many DC titles, and not until it was like they did the reboot on the New 52. When they did that, that's when I started getting back. Because before I would just read Batman and occasionally some Superman and Justice League, but I'm really enjoying the Justice League and how that they did the storyline that they were able to expand with the Legion of Doom, and not just have them like 2 or 3 issues, but to make a little mini series within the series which is something I thought they should have always done with most of the Legion of Doom stories. Because when you're bringing those type of villains, you don't want it to be wrapped up in 1 or 2 issues. 3, 4 issues at least. 4 or 5. I'm thinking, but I'm looking forward to reading this. And right here is Uncanny X-Men #6. This was the other book that I bought, and I believe this one's a variant. I don't know if this one's a variant. I don't recall. But it does have Stan Lee's birthday. I mean, the time that he lived. I've really been enjoying Uncanny X-Men 6. The whole take on them bringing back Legion, and Legion trying to correct the mistakes that he made with creating X-Men to defeat Apocalypse, and they're also cleaning up all the Age of Apocalypse timelines, or attempting to. So every week they're bringing you a new book, which I thought was a great idea, because to wait a month, I was like, some people might, get bored and then lose interest in a sense. But to have this every week is great. Now, the only problem with this is that I see them trying to do that with some other series that may not be as good. And that's where you're going to have issues, because right now it's issue 6. I think they said they were going to do it for the first 10 issues right off the bat, which I'm okay with because I'm an X-Men fan. But if I wasn't that big of an X-Men fan and this book and the storyline wasn't good, I would just drop it. I'd be like, no, I'm not, paying an additional $5 or $20 additional just to read this storyline, where the majority of these books are going to end up in the dollar bin. I'll just wait. But for me, X-Men fan, got to read this. The whole salvation, the Horsemen of Salvation, I like that idea. You got Blob, Omega Red, Archangel, you have them just being Angel and Magneto. So you X-Men fans, I hope you're enjoying this story as much as I am. And if you're not that big of an X-Men fan, this is the time to get in and start reading to see what direction they're going to go. So far, I'm really enjoying this story. And that was the only book I picked up. I only picked up 4. I actually stayed to my budget of trying to only spend like $20. So it came out 22 something was tax. Is because I've been putting money away. I've been putting $25 a week to pick up older key issues, but it's not just X-Men runs, but there are other key issues too. But in this case, it's an X-Men book. So I picked up Uncanny X-Men #57, and I paid like $21, something like that, $22 for this book with shipping, which is not bad. The importance of this book, well, I'm going to take it out so you can see what the condition is. I mean, I think the condition's in good, but I don't really know my conditions yet. So my idea was to really start studying the condition on books, because a lot of times you're just going to go based off of what the subscriber says. And if you're really unsure, then you're going to go, and by now, if you're a comic book collector, you should have at least an Overstreet street guide, or you can probably look up the definitions online somewhere. And then you do your own research, and then you make your own guess. But over time, as you get back into, as you start collecting, you're going to start learning about how you're able to eye conditions yourself. So a lot of this can be cleaned up, but this right here, this is a really good reader copy. Eventually, I'm going to try to upgrade my series. But for now, I want to show nice little splash page here. Is that tape? Looks like it. Like I said, great reader copy. I didn't buy it to be... sorry, got lost in thought. I didn't buy it to add to my collection in the sense of I want to first collect 1 through 300, and that including getting X-Men #1. I don't care if the copy that I can afford is only like a 1 to 2.0, whatever. If that's all I can afford, when I raise up that money, that's all I'm going to be able to afford. But that's my goal. The next will be to upgrade any keys. Now, this is a minor key for the X-Men series run because number 57 is the first appearance of the Mark Sentinels 2. So they upgraded it. And then it also says the first appearance of Larry Trask. And they are... they're at an apartment, and I haven't read the book yet. I'm just looking over a quick description. They're at an apartment, and the Sentinels track them down. So I'm looking forward to reading this. I do like to try to collect, if it's a series, collecting the whole series before I read this, but this sounds like it's a one-shot. So that'll do it. You know, we're at the 11-minute mark, so I like to keep these videos, try to keep them short, unless they warrant going longer. If you're new to my channel and you like what you see, hit the like button and subscribe. I'm like, less than 25 subscribers, 23 subscribers away for 100. So I'm hoping that if you're a new subscriber, if you're a new person catching my channel for the first time, you'll subscribe. I also do art videos because I'm an artist, so that's Sketchbook Thursdays. And Monday through Friday are usually comic book related, guaranteed Monday through Wednesday, with Wednesday being New Comic Book Day. There's a link in the description where you can support my channel, whether it's through Patreon or if you want to get a hold of me, and talk Instagram. And I also have my eBay account up, and there's a link there too. And these books that I'll be showcasing, I'll be making a video on Friday about, starting my own comic book company, my own comic book store. But right now, I'm just going to be doing it online as I save up money. And eventually going to open up my own little art store / comic book. So I want to be able to paint and sell comic books and talk to people while I run a small little business. That's my dream, people. That's all I want to do. And you'll be able to witness it. And you get to see the little pitfalls, and you'll get to learn what it takes to open up your own little business. And if I'm successful, which I believe I will be, I don't know when, but I know this is going to happen, you'll get to see the process that goes along the way, and you'll be able to figure out what's right for you if you're ever thinking about maybe opening up your own comic book store or at least selling books online. That'll do it. Hope you guys are having a good week. And this weekend, once again, will be Magic the Gathering over the weekend with my friend Brian. We'll be discussing the latest Magic the Gathering topics. I will also be doing at least 2, maybe 3 videos of what I'm posting on eBay. Then I'm going to start breaking down series when it's appropriate, or if I think these are nice little mini series to read. That'll do it. Hope you guys are having a good week. Take care.